Just bring your body, let's make your party. Celebrate your achievements, you go let your bloody, yeah.
It's no longer a secret, now everybody knows we have the cheapest plots in town. Located in Kasisi, our plots are only going at 25,000 kwacha for a 35 by 20 piece of land and on title. Pay in installments of 1,000 kwacha per month until you finish. So if you've been looking for where to buy land, look no further. Visit us at Findoka House on the 9th floor in room 9 or call us on 0976 734527 or 0961620881. Visit our Facebook page at Namayo Heritage Property or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Namayo Heritage Property. Come and inherit your heritage. Namayo Heritage Property, your land guru.
The Prominent Cherub Institute is inviting you to enroll for its January intake in nursing. The place to be for nursing is enrolling for its January intake registered nursing diploma for 3 years, abridged EN to RN distance program for 1 year. Get an application form now at a non-refundable fee of 150 kwacha. The Prominent Cherub Institute is accredited with the General Nursing Council of Zambia. Register now with this upstanding institution by calling 0978 435 853 or 0763 865 035 or 0955 617 872 or visit www.prominentcherubinstitute.edu.zm. We are located in Lusaka West of Mungu Road next to ZNS Sopelo Camp. Come and get your nursing qualification from a reliable institution and make your future and that of the world better. Prominent Cherub Institute, the place to be for nursing.
Hello there, welcome to it. This is the Primetime News on MUVI Television. My name is Saidlis Nkonjara to present it. The headlines: UPND delivers its ambitious maiden budget amid cheers from Zambians. Education sector given 18 billion kwacha, 30,000 teachers to be employed. President HH to travel to the UK this Saturday for the COP26 meeting. Now, government asked to repair roof at Isoka Hospital as female and male patients sleep together. DP's case adjourned to the preliminary submissions raised by Calabar's lawyers. Those are the headlines, and I'll present you the details. United Party for National Development UPND has its ambitious maiden budget amid optimism among Zambians. The high budget, pegged at 170 billion kwacha, includes increased allocation towards Constituency Development Fund CDF of more teachers and workers. Minister of and National Planning, Stumbeko Msokotwane, says the budget will aim at improving the economy and uplift lives of Zambians. He said the recruitment will help reduce the backlog of unemployed teachers. Dr. Msokotwane disclosed that government will recruit 30,000 teachers in 2022, which is more than what previous administrations have hired. He said government also plans to construct 120 secondary schools. Dr. Msokotwane further announces the abolishment of tuition fees, parent-teacher association and examination fees for learners in public schools. He has also set tax exemption threshold for payee at 4,500 kwacha from 4,000 kwacha. And The former Finance Minister, Nganduma Gande, has welcomed the budget, stating that it is practical and wonders why such was not happening in recent years. However, Patriotic Front Member of Parliament, Brian Mundubile, says much of the budget remains unclear on how government will raise the funds.
And security. I propose to change the tax collection point for value-added tax on mobile phones from importation and point of sale to the point of registration by the Zambia Information and Communication Technology Authority, ZICTA. So taxes will be collected by ZICTA and not by customs. Customs and exercise. Madam Speaker, to promote alternative energy sources, I propose to reduce customs duty to 0% from 15% and 25% on solar streetlights and solar charge control units, respectively. This measure will result in a revenue loss of 20.2 million kwacha. Madam, to support the livestock subsector, I propose to remove the 5% customs duty on importation of cattle breeding stock. Further, to address the shortage of day-old chicks, I propose to suspend the 5% customs duty on grandparent and or parent stock of day-old chicks when imported by a breeding company for a period of 12 months, effective 1st November 2021. Madam Speaker, to improve the competitiveness and efficiency of the local manufacturers of plastic products, I propose to remove the 5% customs duty on filler master batch. The revenue loss for this measure is projected at 2.7 million kwacha. Madam, to harmonize customs duty rates applicable on tires of lorries and buses, as well as construction and agricultural machinery, I propose to harmonize the rates at 15% from 40% or 5 kwacha per kilogram, whichever is greater. The revenue loss from this measure is 16 million kwacha. Madam Speaker, to continue cushioning the tourism sector amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, I propose to extend the waiver of customs duty on safari gaming viewing vehicles, tourist buses, and coaches to 31st December 2023.
Meanwhile, the minister has allocated an amount of 18 billion kwacha to the education sector in the 2022 national budget, while announcing the recruitment plan of 30,000 teachers and construction of 120 new schools countrywide. In the health sector, government has announced that it will recruit 11,200 healthcare workers. He adds the new Dawn administration is working towards improving healthcare services, hence the consideration of equipping healthcare facilities with modern technology and machinery. And the minister said government has increased the constituency development fund from 1.6 million kwacha to 25.7 million kwacha per constituency. He said the increase to empower local people to make their own decisions on the needs of the constituency.
Access to education, improve the quality of education provision while promoting equal opportunities for girls, learners with disabilities, and the vulnerable. I propose to spend a total of 18.1 billion in 2022 on the education sector. Of this amount, 1.7 billion has been set aside for the recruitment of the 30,000 teachers I spoke about, and 2.2 billion is for the general operations of the schools across the country. Government has also set aside funds to provide free education by paying school fees in all public schools for all learners at early childhood, primary, and secondary education levels. Grants to public schools have also been increased, as I indicated earlier on. Further, Madam Speaker, I've allocated 694.3 million kwacha for the construction and completion of ongoing school.
Republican President Hakainde Hichilema is expected to travel to the United Kingdom for the COP26, where leaders across the world will engage and look at the effects of climate change. Upon his return, President Hichilema will hold a ceremony in relation to the country's struggle for independence at Samu Liamomba in Bwengwa. He says his focus locally is to reunite and develop Zambia and the country's economic diplomacy. The head of state was speaking when he met Chief Mungaila of the Ila people of Namwala's Mala area in Southern Province, where he laid wreaths on the tombstone of freedom fighter Hari Mwangankumbula. He was accompanied by son to Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Tilienji Kaunda, Rupia Bandit's son, Andrew Banda, Kelvin Fuwewadia, and veteran politician Vernon Mwanga. And Mr. Hichilema has expressed gratitude to the Royal Highnesses across the country for the counsel they continue to give.
To visit this in particular to go and pay our honor where the late Hari Mwangankumbula is resting.
Washimina bana Zambia wonse na twawina twazantulete chishanto kama bantu bakandanaenzima bakapata ola kubandanya bantu so za kutwanganya bantu umishini bitu kuswanganya bantu zikatupa opportunity na chance ya tulete lusumbuko mchisha kubantu wonse bazambia.
That during our campaigns we had assured the people that once we form government we are going to unite the country, and that on that platform of unity we will then be able to deliver development to this country. Therefore, these visitations of our fallen heroes is part of the process to reunite the country which stood divided.
So
that the freedom fighters fought together as one people, and therefore we have come to reignite that spirit of oneness as Zambians so that we can move on that path.
Democratic Party leader Hari Kalava, through his lawyers, has made his first appearance in the Lusaka High Court following the party wrangles that ensued 2 weeks ago. This is in a matter where Kalaba has been sued by DP office bearers Justin Nkonge and Judith Kabemba for allegedly abrogating the party constitution. And when the matter came up for inter-party hearing, the defendant's lawyers raised some preliminary issues which prompted the adjournment of the case. Judge Kafunda states the court will not proceed with the inter-party hearing until the preliminary issues raised by DP legal team were addressed, and ordered the duo to respect the preliminary issues by 3rd November 2021.
Democratic Party leader Hari Kalava, through his lawyers, made his first appearance in the Lusaka High Court Friday morning, 29th of October 2021. This is in a matter in which DP leader Hari Kalava has been sued by DP office bearers Justin Nkonge, Judith Kabemba and Chilambo for allegedly abrogating the constitution. And when the matter came up for inter-party hearing, the defendant's lawyers raised some preliminary issues which they feel needs to be dealt with before the inter-party hearing. And Judge Kafunda stated that the court will not proceed with the inter-party hearing until the preliminary issues raised by the DP legal team were addressed, and ordered the duo to respond to the preliminary issue by 3rd November 2021. Speaking shortly after their court appearance, both parties has this to say.
The court has adjourned the matter because our lawyers raised a number of preliminary issues that the court has to determine on. So because of that, the matter has been adjourned to the 3rd, because our colleagues have been given also a chance to respond to the preliminary issues.
And when the matter came up, our colleagues raise some preliminary issues before we get to the matter at hand. And the preliminary issues which they have raised, the judge has guided that they need to give us time to respond to that preliminary issue. I want to assure the nation and the membership that things are being handled very well according to the legal provisions.
On 19th of October 2021, Judith Kabemba announced the expulsion of Mr. Kalaba as Democratic Party leader for allegedly breaching the party constitution and banned him from entering the party secretariat. According to the demand notice issued, Mr. Kalaba is accused of not being a registered office bearer for the party, as he was only a sponsored presidential candidate in the 2021 polls. The party founding members led by Judith Kabemba and Justin Konge says they have noted with dismay that Mr. Kalaba embarked on activities intended to supplant the DP with the PF, has unilaterally dissolved DP structures countrywide, replacing them with PF structures, and appointed Joyce Chavi as National Secretary and co-opted him without consulting the party executive committee. Margaret Chota, MUVI TV News in Lusaka.
Some Patriotic Front members, calling themselves die-hard youths, have taken a swipe at a group of supporters purporting to be endorsing Chishimba Kambwili as heir to the PF presidency. The group, Thursday morning, stormed the memorial service of PF founder Michael Sata, urging members of the party to consider Dr. Kambwili for the top job, following indications by the party president, Edgar Lungu, that he will be stepping down soon. The die-hard group describes the conduct of the Kambwili group as uncalled for.
They were not supposed to allow people to start playing such political tactics. But you know, each house has got different type of dependence. So others will believe that was a great idea for them, but it was wrongly timed, and I think it should never happen. Particularly that some people were disrespected in the process. I think that's not what the founding father believed in. We believed in bringing people together.
I'm encouraging all the youths to come out in numbers so that we can start branding our party. This is our party, we are going nowhere. And PF is still strong. I was in Kaumbwe, we won that by-election, and we even won Lusangazi for the mayoral by-election. So we are seeing that there is light after the tunnel. To all those youths who are fond of talking on the social media, I'm telling them to say, talking does not make.
Watching the news on MUVI Television, we take a short break. When we are back, we have more stories. Stay tuned.
They'll play high press, mistakes. They'll dominate the aerial ball. They too tall. We'll hurt and smash them on the break. The number 9 has scored in their last 5. The passing will be quick, precise. There will be drama in the dive. This match will mean more points. They will have the home advantage. This is why I bet. This is why I bet. This is why I bet. Betway.
If I go down, I won't care. 'Cause I know that I'm a superstar and I am strong. I'll find my way back again. Like Apple Max.
To all my troubles and pressures, to all the rules and the measures, to all the battles and dangers I made it this far. Now I'm like a treasure. I'm the realest one to ever do this. The one that sent me going, but the rudest. I'm raising my tone like I'm foolish, and I am a star. Yo, I shine like a movie. I know I'm leading the race. For 20 years on balls. Who got the juice on the sauce? I got the power, the energy. I don't need no other strategy. I inspire. Prodigy, 'cause Upper Max is my remedy.
And so I fly up high just like an eagle in the sky. If I fall down, I will rise back up again. 'Cause I do
Apple Max, now in new 500 mils.
I woke up feeling great, need a kick for the day. Got a taste that is keeping away. Something fresh, something unforgettable, something new I can trust. It's my interest all the way. So when I'm can't get enough, every day, ever with tea, yeah, with my bread, over me, every day, yeah, every day. Years of perfection bring satisfaction. Think milk, think Finta. Yeah, every day.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, government has been asked to repair the blown-off roof at the Isoka District Hospital's male ward. This came to light during a conducted tour of the facility by Area Member of Parliament Marjorie Nakaponda. More details in the following report by Richard Zimbaya.
Now, 10 months since Isoka District Hospital male ward was blown off, the hospital, which catered 2 districts, namely Mafinga and Isoka, finding it a challenge to accommodate the patient, especially during this period of COVID-19 pandemic, due to the fact that the hospital received different people with different diseases. Now a few weeks remain to enter into the rain season. Edson Sinkara, who has a patient at the hospital, now explains.
Nomba wantu wafura kukaya mutu wacho mwakuteko tukulenga sana sumbaniko mano kuswanza tukuizia mozo swanza tukuiziania aswanu tu nipo chipata mkonda kuiza hapo matenti kwa fara yakabimbepo hapo mayuta anfwe chichumi.
And acting Isoka District Health Director Dr. Musonda Chiluba explained the challenges the hospital is facing.
And you know, our mothers are very important in our society. So we can't afford to have a facility where mothers need to deliver from. They don't have that infrastructure. And slowly we are approaching the rain season. And if you know, this is going to have a very huge impact.
To help the community why the male ward has taken so long to be worked on, Isoka Area Member of Parliament Marjorie Nakaponda, acting Isoka District Health Director Dr. Musonda Chiluba, and acting Isoka District Commissioner Mulenga Yamish revisited the site. MP for Isoka constituency Marjorie Nakaponda says the government is aware the challenges the hospital is going through.
It's very important to make sure that we roof that maternity wing, because in the rural areas, women are very important to look at, because when they come to the hospital to come and deliver, they are supposed to be received with respect.
While acting Isoka District Commissioner Mulenga Yamishi had this to say.
German had taken it up, and it was lying on the table of Germany. So now, with what is obtaining on the ground, we are yet to have the new DMMU coordinator. But the latest is the BOQ was redone, meaning that it is receiving some attention.
Will the dream of working on the male ward before the rainy season come true? Richard Simbaya, reporting for Isoka District in Muchinga Province.
The 2021 GCE Grade 12 examination results are not yet ready as the Education Council of Zambia, ECZ, is still processing the results. The Council Director, Michael Chilala, says the processing of the results shall be completed in the first week of November 2021. Speaking during a third quarterly media briefing Friday morning, Dr. Chilala has attributed the delay in the release of results to early closure of schools due to the COVID-19.
Candidates who sat for the 2021 GCE examinations will have to wait a bit longer as the Examinations Council of Zambia ECZ is still processing the results. ECZ Director Michael Chilala has attributed the delay in the release of the 2021 GCE examination results to the early closure of schools due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2021 general elections.
Bring to the attention of the general public and the candidates in particular that the 2021 General Certificate of Education examination results are currently being processed. As we had informed you earlier in the second quarter briefing, we marked the 2021 General Certificate of Education examination scripts from 16th to 25th of October. That is when the schools were on recess for about 10 days. We hope that we'll be able to finish processing the results for the 2021 GCE examination results by the end of the first week. And therefore, members of the public will be informed when the results will be announced. The announcement of results is a prerogative.
Speaking ECZ's third quarterly briefing Lusaka Friday morning, Chilala also revealed dates of coming examinations.
With the grade 7 examination scheduled to start on 15th November, the junior secondary examination of grade 9 examination to start 29th November, the teacher examination to start on 22nd November, and the school certificate examination is scheduled to start on 10th November.
He has appealed to stakeholders in the handling of examinations to guard against all forms of malpractices.
With concerns of increasing cases of assistance being recorded during examinations, I urge everyone involved in the process of administering the examinations to guard the examination jealously to eradicate such acts. It has been observed that some of the candidates have had their results not processed in the past because they shaded on the optical mark read cards or the answer sheets using pens instead of the HP pencil. We've had a lot of candidates that have lost out. Despite the instruction being clear, they shade using a pen instead of pencil, and yet our systems can only recognize the HP pencil as guided. I earnestly appeal to the invigilators and candidates to strictly adhere to the instructions, as these are part of examinations.
Meanwhile, ECZ has announced that registration of candidates for the 2021 ECZ examinations will open on 1st November 2021, and it expects that by the time schools close in December 2021, all internal candidates for the 2022 examinations should be entered, as no extension will be allowed to allow for proper planning. Reporting for MUVI TV News, I'm Afias Kaptula in Lusaka.
Meanwhile, the Examination Council of Zambia, ECZ, has amended the awarding of the GCE school certificate effective 2021. The Commission says moving forward, it will award certificates efficiently and innovatively comparable to international standards. Under the amendment, a GCE school certificate will only be awarded if a candidate has several passes in subjects equivalent to a school certificate. Dr. Chilala says candidates who fail to obtain several passes equivalent to a school certificate will only be issued with a statement of results, and the GCE certificate will be awarded once the number of subjects passed equals a school certificate under the combination of subjects method.
Under these previous conditions, the GCE only became equivalent to the school certificate when the number of subjects and grades obtained met the standards for the award of the school certificate, which at that point will be awarded a GCE certificate. The second condition is if a candidate sits the GCE examination either once or more times, and they pass the total number of subjects and grades that meet the standard for the award of the school certificate, such they will also be awarded GCE certificates. In summary, I wish to state that the General Certificate of Education from 2021 going forward will only be awarded to a candidate when the subjects and grades passed meet the standards.
Two mini hospitals are under construction in Chiengi district of Luapula province to the delight of the residents in the area. One of the residents, Mercy Walia, says the project has come at a right time as it will help cushion the challenges of locals. She explains people in the area, especially expectant mothers, are forced to travel long distances to access health services.
Ukolosha kumulandu abantu wesola bashuta sana kubantu afuma Kongo security twakwata sana yaba enough bashirike batu afu lelo bakapokola twakwata fya 27 Chiengi district bitwalomba ubuteko bwaloleke shapo bwamona bushe ngaba commissioner abeshiri abape bushe Chiengi yarabera kwikala muri nenshira tulero manga bamwe mushuko ibimba mutampe okusota baba kwata amafuti mumpanga kumula timfutisho nse tuwapoka tuyaba ibipereshe kubombara bakapokolo kumatola poke mfutisha sha abantu abeso balabale shuta abantu beso kuno kunjene bali beresha fe umuntu ngaba musonto kwangani kumukonka bayamupika icho tumwena itachiri bwino twalafa isho kuteko kwa tuafwa na ifwe bene fwe bantu bayikala kuno kunjene ndokwafu isho kusota abantu pati umutende wakitashani wamoneka ekintu kimwe cyatushupa sana shitatu badi ifwe bakapokola kwa tafe.
You're watching the news on MUVI television. We take a short break. Join us on the other side for more stories. Stay tuned.
Place a bet, search on the web or get the app. OneXBet Bookmaker Company.
I see our future built on energy and ideas that come from being connected to some of Zambia's furthest regions. I see how this solution helps families thrive and rural economies grow. I see that access to clean, affordable energy for all is a reality. Some see blueprints and cables, but I see the sparks of...
Has she answered it? Have you decided? Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. You said yes. Yes. Oh. Yes. She said yes.
Hey, Chawama. Whoa! Congrats, bro.
What? We'll be there.
Last Sunday of next month.
Are you here?
You may give her the ring. Everyone, say
and to all networks.
Chiengi district has embarked on an epidemic preparedness meeting with the local people in an effort to curb diseases that may occur in the area. Speaking during the meeting, Luapula Province Health Director Dr. Peter Walia says the meeting is important because of the borderline Chiengi district shares with the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, among others. And Chiengi District Health Director Dr. Kennedy Matanda disclosed that the district is at 5% COVID-19 vaccination level as it received 7,808 COVID-19 vaccines. Meanwhile, Senior Village Headman Putaka Soma has encouraged all the departments to unite in order for them to achieve their goals and also work with traditional leaders in the district.
Chiengi district has held a preparedness meeting to discuss preventive measures of any disease outbreak such as cholera, diarrhea, and also measures to curb the already existing pandemic such as COVID-19, malaria, and more. The meeting, that was graced by Luapula Province Health Director, was attended by Chengi District heads of departments, traditional leaders, and other stakeholders.
And we achieved 148,000 against the 144,000 target, and that translated into 107% coverage, which was no mean achievement. So we actually commend the traditional leadership for being there to support us, and we also
Tumutemba ule Zambia votuvelekela ntomwe palumesha bului bwachine twalilula utu tuhana kulikalunga gekwaze ambala mwilu ai tunungwe pamotu eshe insawakra kunda kwenkali mwitu meikwazi munu zizu za lesale wesu apeshe kalon Zambia tuku the flag of our land Zambia omugotu